Alright, and Vykron in his Boba Fett-esque flight armor. Not sure what we're calling this. Flightor. No, I don't know. I know where these came from yet again. The prototypes, the preconception, mock-ups that were made, but this guy would actually look a lot better if he was just a regular figure. You know, if the belt portion was actually on there instead of the loincloth, if his actual calves didn't just have the covers on them. The gauntlets look okay, but if this guy had been made as, you know, they made 3 actual figures with 3 actual figures in there instead of using an interchangeable buck, I think this guy would look really, really cool. But such as it is, it just looks like it's Vykor. I know, not Vykron. Looks like Vykor's wearing a Halloween costume. So there's that. So alright, let's go ahead and strip them down, and we'll check out the last get up for Vykron here. Alright, and last but not least, I don't know, we'll call him what? The Tankor version? Military man version. I really wanted to hate this one, but honestly, it's not that bad. The only thing that I really, really don't like is the way they sculpted the belt portion of his torso. It does not work. There is no way to make this thing work at all. I mean, you have to like heat it up, stretch it out, but the tab is too big to fit in here. It's actually the wrong shape. It's actually facing the wrong way. You know, if they actually had flipped it over, you could snap it in on top of this, but the way it is, it's just not going to work ever. So you have to like tape it or use some of those clear bands that he came tied into the packaging with. But like the feet, I kind of dig the feet. Kind of has like a Transformers kind of feel to it. Big old chunky legs. Kind of like the gauntlets. Those are cool. Hopefully we'll see those again, like in a weapons pack, painted something different color or something like that. The head, I mean, once you get over the head, the rest of this guy is great. But I mean, the head is just kind of dorky. I think they could have done something better. I know, the whole prototype thing and all that. So with that in mind, it's not bad. As a set, I don't know, not too bad. And I think everybody's seen his noggin here, the way it's grooved and all that. And it actually has a notch inside there for his head to go in, and then the goblet hair piece and all that. So, I don't know. Keep on messing with him, and then I'll come back with my final verdict here. But that's what it looks like in tank mode. Definite fail there. And the well, we'll just talk about him for a second. Yeah. Same thing with the first one, just looks like an add-on, especially with the furry loincloth thing going on. If it had been made as a 100% military guy figure and not used a reusable buck, I think it would have turned out a lot better. But as it was, yeah, it's alright. So, come back with some extra words and stuff. And talk about Vykron on the whole. Alright, we got a stripped down Vykron right here. Took everything off of him. You can get a really good look at his sculpt. The arms are painted, and the chest is too, but I don't know if you can kind of tell on the monitor here. But the tones just don't quite match up. I mean, you can look at the shoulder, you can see the difference in the color. This is more like the body, and then the arms are kind of a weird thing there, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. And then of course he had his shin guards. The axe is pretty cool. I do like the axe. I don't care for the spiral down there, but I do like the almost a 2000X look to the axe blade. That's kind of neat. And then of course I like the way they got the ends are all sculpted. kind of neat. And then, of course, you got his chest armor. And the way it hooks in is it has these big blocks on there, and then they curve around the figure. Then you just kind of got to figure out how to get them to mash in, and then they kind of hold. So that's different. Pretty flexible plastic. I do like the way this looks. The fur look on there. It's pretty cool. All right, so let me keep on messing with him, and I'll put him into his Boba Fett there flight suit. Alright, Vykron on the whole. I understand where it's coming from, and in that aspect, it's cool. We got this prototype figure that we never would have got our hands on otherwise. You know, it is exclusive, which that kind of some people just really like it for that. You know, hey, it's an exclusive figure, and I got one. That's cool. Casual collector could totally pass on this. Kids, it would be cool, except that it is near impossible to get the belts on for the two, I'll say, alternate Vykrons. This one, the belt for the Sky Guy, it works good. I mean, you can get it in there, and it will actually hold. But just because of the tension on it and stuff, it's really hard to do when you got it on the figure, and it's actually kind of hard to do for me right now. I did get it on once, so with a little bit of heat and stuff, you could probably get this to work, and that'd be fine. For a kid, man, they're gonna hate this, right? And then, unfortunately, this is like a major component of the other one, and this just does not work. I know what they're trying to do. You know, you do it like this, and it's got the rounded portion on top and all that, like the old vintage He-Man figures, right? But it doesn't fit in there. I don't know what's going on. This thing is just jacked. I don't really get it. Let me get it good. Yeah, it's like that is never going to fit into that. You know what I mean? So it makes this whole thing almost a loss. It really kind of sucks because of that. I mean, I'm sure I can come up with a way of doing it. Probably have to cut some plastic off here to get it to work, but man, that kind of sucks. The design aspect, I know where they were going with it, and that's cool. The figures, if they were made 3 individual figures, they would look 100 times better. But as it is, it's not bad. It's a gimmicky little set. It's you know, not a lot of people are going to appreciate it for what it is. You know, yeah, it's a He-Man collectible, He-Man figure, but you know, honestly, I have to give this guy about a 7. Only because I do like a lot of aspects. I do really like the face sculpt. I do like just the number of parts and everything that's on there. It's a shame stuff couldn't be a little more interchangeable. It had a lot of potential, and it just never quite got there. But it was based on some really early concept designs, and it is kind of cool to get it. So that's why it actually gets a 7 instead of like a 5 or a 4. I mean, because I've got like this one shoulder, I'm afraid to twist it around because it seems like it's going to pop off, like where it's actually goes into the shoulder. It's not moving; it's actually just twisting a little bit. So I've stopped messing with it. And then looking at the shoulder joints, it appears that the arms are made out of black plastic, and so they have this really weird color to them, so they don't match the torso. The legs don't seem to be that bad, but maybe because they're separated by the loincloth that doesn't show up. So I don't know, man. They could have done a lot better on this. I mean, some stuff was kind of cool, but I'll stick with my 7. I mean, for what you get, it's not bad. This guy's going back in the box and put away just to be part of the collection. So there you go for the 2012 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Vykron multi-figure configuration prototype pack. So it's not bad. Could have been worse, I guess, but really could have been a lot better. So just glad it's an exclusive and not a subscription item. So that's all I gotta say about that.